Hey, what's up, people? JayDub here. A lot of interesting developments occurred during this last edition of Monday Night Raw, the first one on the road to WrestleMania, so let's jump right into things. Jerry Lawler has earned himself another championship match. He will be facing off versus The Miz at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view for the WWE Championship. My response to this was, what the fuck? Are you serious? This is the best that you can come up with. I know there's a solid storyline going into this match. Jerry Lawler, he's going for his last hurrah. He's been in WWE for almost 20 years, and he's never had a match at WrestleMania. So, he wants to go into WrestleMania as the WWE Champion. Shouldn't you be trying to put the focus on Miz? It looks like they want him to go into WrestleMania as a WWE Champion. He'll probably defeat Jerry Lawler and go on to WrestleMania as the WWE Champion. But is this the best that you can fucking come up with? This is the best storyline that you can come up with? One that focuses on Jerry Lawler instead of The Miz? Shouldn't you want to put The Miz in a strong storyline that puts the focus on him? Make him look strong going into WrestleMania if that's the route that you're going? And even if you don't want him to look strong, if you want him to look vulnerable, that shit is been over and done with already. He looks pretty vulnerable. He looked pretty vulnerable at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view versus Randy Orton. I just don't understand why they are putting Jerry Lawler in this spot as a contender for the WWE Championship. He had that first match with The Miz for the WWE Championship in the TLC match. That was a pretty good match, I admit. It had a great storyline going into that match, but it should have stopped there. They actually went further and had Jerry Lawler pin The Miz in a tag team match, and then now they're going even further and having him compete for the WWE Championship at a pay-per-view. Why not have John Morrison compete for the WWE Championship at a pay-per-view? Oh, I forgot, you're too busy fucking him over to have him compete for the WWE Championship at a pay-per-view. All you can give him is a fucking championship match to start off a show. You can't give him a main event, but you can give 60-year-old Jerry Lawler a fucking main event at a pay-per-view. Are you serious? If they put half as much effort into pushing a young star as they do with Jerry Lawler, they'd be in a much better position than they are right now. And don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on Jerry Lawler. I don't want to deny him his WrestleMania moment. But going into WrestleMania as a WWE champion, like seriously, you're setting your sights that fucking high? Are you serious? And I agree 100% with everything Ted DiBiase said. Well, not everything Ted DiBiase said when he came out to the ring and he confronted Jerry Lawler. He thought Jerry Lawler should give him his spot, passing it off to a young guy. I agree with passing it off to a young guy, but that young guy shouldn't be Ted DiBiase. So that's the part that I don't agree with. But yeah, I pretty much said this when they had Jerry Lawler pin The Miz in that tag team match a couple of weeks ago. In that comment section, I was going back and forth with somebody, debating on the issue. I said WWE would be much better suited to have an up-and-coming guy on the active roster in that spot of Jerry Lawler so they can have some momentum, and that can be a push for them because Jerry Lawler, he's not going to win the WWE Championship. He's not going to be a perennial main eventer. He's just going to go right back to being an announcer. So all of this momentum that you guys are giving him, all of his attention that you're giving him, it's just going to dissipate when you can actually put that to building a young star. You say that you're on this youth movement. Why not go all out with that youth movement? I know you had somebody, an up-and-coming guy, win the Royal Rumble, but why not go all out? It's kind of like ass backwards. You have a young guy win the Royal Rumble, but you're having an old guy who isn't even on the roster with a championship match. It's kind of ass backwards to me when somebody else could be benefiting from that push versus the WWE Champion. But moving on, more on the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. As I just said, The Miz will be defending his title versus Jerry Lawler in a one-on-one match, so the WWE Championship won't be defended in an Elimination Chamber. Instead, the Raw match will be a number one contenders match. Whoever wins that will go on to face the WWE Champion at WrestleMania 27. So this is only the second time in the entire history of the Elimination Chamber match that the match won't be for a world championship. So I have the participants in that match down in the comment section below because I know I'm going to forget somebody if I start rattling off names. So you guys check that out. Let me know your thoughts on that. And moving past the Elimination Chamber on to WrestleMania 27. The card is starting to form for that pay-per-view, and we are, some months away from that. So yeah, it looks like we already have one WrestleMania main event. It will be Alberto Del Rio, the winner of the 2011 Royal Rumble match, versus the World Heavyweight Champion. Now, it remains to be seen as to whether Edge, the current champion, will be the one defending the title at WrestleMania 27, but I guess we can go ahead and pencil that matchup in anyway. Alberto Del Rio versus Edge at WrestleMania 27. A couple of other matchups it looks like WWE will be going for: The Miz versus John Cena and CM Punk versus Randy Orton. I can genuinely say that I'm looking forward to seeing all three of these matchups if that's the direction that WWE is going in. So let me know you guys' thoughts. Do you think these matchups will happen? And if they do, are you interested in seeing them? If not, what matchups are you interested in seeing at WrestleMania 27? I could see great storylines coming out of all of these three matchups, even the Randy Orton one. I know I completely went the hell off on him in my last video, but basically the situation that I'm in with Randy Orton right now is hope for the best, expect the worst. I was hoping that this feud with The Miz would rejuvenate his character, give a little bit more excitement to his character, push him to not be so plodding, slow, and methodical in his matches. That didn't work out quite too well. Maybe it will happen with CM Punk, but if it doesn't, I won't be too pissed off about it because I've learned to lower my expectations when it comes to Randy Orton. One thing that I love about WrestleMania season in WWE is that they infuse, extra intensity, seriousness, and this sense of anticipation into the shows and the storylines, and hopefully they go all out once again with the WrestleMania build-up this year. And yeah, I'm really hoping for that because the build-up is probably just as important as the actual show itself, because you have to give people the sense beforehand that this is a can't-miss event. It's the grandest stage of them all, the biggest pay-per-view of the year, so you have to push things, accordingly. Like, you have to push it like it's the biggest show of the year. So I'm hoping, like I said, they go all out with the build-up. They definitely have the potential to with those three matchups that I just outlined, and we still haven't even factored in people like Triple H and The Undertaker into the argument because they haven't been on WWE TV and so long. We don't know what their plans are for WrestleMania. So once they are folded back into the show, things are going to pick up even more than they are in the next couple of weeks. So looking forward to all of that. And by the way, congratulations to everyone who chose Alberto Del Rio in my Royal Rumble contest. And all of you guys that chose Alberto Del Rio, make sure you tune into the sideshow this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, because that's where I will choose the winner from a random drawing. And I have a lot of other topics to talk about on the sideshow also. There's like this big controversy brewing between, when isn't there a controversy between TNA and WWE fans? But yeah, so I know some TNA fans that are completely pissed off that WWE got Booker T and Kevin Nash. I'll give you guys a lowdown on that situation. It's some pretty funny stuff. So I'll make sure I talk about that on the sideshow this Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, something else that happened on Monday Night Raw. It was this very mysterious video where WWE, they showed this guy dressed in all black. He had on black boots, a long black trench coat, and he was walking in the rain towards this shack. And we didn't get a chance to see the guy's face at all. So he walks into the shack, and the screen fades to black, and all we see on the screen is the numbers 2/21/11, aka February 21st, 2011. So it looks as if some mysterious figure is on his way or maybe returning to WWE on February 21st, 2011. Let the speculation begin. Who do you guys think this is? The names that I'm hearing the most are The Undertaker and Sting. It could very well be The Undertaker. As far as Sting goes, a lot of people have been wanting him in WWE ever since WCW closed down a decade ago. Could it finally be happening? On the road to WrestleMania, could they find a hitchhiker Sting on the way? So, who knows if it's going to be Sting. But, yeah, I definitely think it has to be somebody with the personality of somebody like Sting or The Undertaker. A very dark, brooding, mysterious type figure like that, because that would perfectly fit the video that they showed, So, yeah, I don't know who it is. I see some people confirming it, like I've seen some people confirm that it's Sting. I've seen some people confirm that it's the Undertaker. Hell, who knows? But yeah, let me know your thoughts on all of this down in the comment section below. WrestleMania Elimination Chamber, everything else, business is about to pick up. So yeah, peace out.